morning, Jags. Today on JAG TV, we'll show you some highlights from the Special Olympics track meet.
And we will visit some new places to hang out in the neighborhood. This is JAG TV.
The Senior Award Night will be on April 30th at 7 p.m. in the Littleton Gym.
Star EOC is beginning on May 6th through May 8th.
The 2019 AP exams will be administered over 2 weeks beginning May 6th.
And don't forget, Friday, April 26th is the Battle of the Flowers, and we will not be having school.
If you can't read cursive writing, you're not alone, but the state of Texas is going to remedy that starting next year. Eduardo and Rebecca tell us more.
The state of Texas has introduced a new law that requires all elementary schools to teach cursive beginning next school year.
I think so. I think one of the benefits is just that kids are able to take notes faster and able to write quicker. I mean, I learned cursive obviously when I was young, a while ago, but for me it just helps write quicker.
The school district stopped teaching the way of writing not long ago, which may have been due to its difficulty for some students to learn.
Well, I heard that it was because some students have issues with their fine motor skills when they're in elementary school, so I don't know if that played a factor into it, but I know that that's what some of the elementary, I heard some of the elementary teachers were talking about how some students had trouble with their fine motor skills, and so that's why they stopped teaching it.
Students now may still have not learned how to read or write in cursive.
I can read it.
No.
So we put them up to the test to see if they could read just one paragraph in cursive.
Cursive writing isn't that hard to read, but there are a lot of students that claim they cannot read cursive.
It's not like it's another language or something.
But it's most liquid of writing.
It's just a more fluid form of writing.
For JAG TV, I'm Eduardo Meza-Roquebert.
A new group on campus is working to make sure students get what they need, no matter how basic. Julie and Talia tell us more.
Choose the First is an organization that fights for gender equality through education, helping students acquire the resources they need to be the first in their family to graduate high school.
Hey guys, so it's Reese with Period and STF. I'm just gonna walk y'all through a period packing party bag. So basically what we have in each is a tampon and a couple of pads, and these are for people who can't really afford them for themselves, and we're just gonna help out the community.
She's the First also recently started working with the Period organization to help end poverty and period stigma. She's the First recently had a meeting where members donated and packed feminine products to send to homeless shelters.
I came here today because I think it's important to help people gain resources and materials that they need for normal everyday function in life, because there are some people in places like developing countries who don't have access to this kind of materials and resources.
She's the First allows students an opportunity to get involved in the community and to make a difference in people's lives.
She's the First is a club or an organization based in New York, and we have a club chapter of it, and we work to fight gender inequality through education. So we actually, all our fundraisers provide scholarships for girls in low-income countries, so on the other side of the world and on our side. So there's schools in like Peru, Africa, India, Pakistan, like all around the world, so they help provide scholarships so girls can be the first in their families to graduate high school.
For JAG TV, this is Talia Pimienta.
It's a fun week in JAG Sports. Here's Nick with the footage.
This week in JAG Sports, we look at things on the field and the track. First, we go to Heroes, where our Special Olympians finished up their season with a wealth of medals.
This past Monday, Johnson's athletes competed in a variety of events at the NEIC Special Olympics.
The 100 meter.
100 meter race, and my favorite is the shot put.
100 meter run and a shot put.
Top put and running.
The athletes all felt a little different when it was time to compete.
Nervous.
And I'm very excited and I'm very nervous too.
Fast. Yeah.
Despite any nerves, the Jags were still victorious. Some noticeable finishes were first place Kaya Brown in running long jump and second place in the 200 meter run. Jillian Connick won first in the 100 meter run and first in shot put. Luke Elsith won second in the 100-meter run and second in shot put. Ricardo Rodriguez won second in the 200-meter run and first in shot put. Anabia Ali won second in shot put and first in the 100-meter. And Zoya Ali won fourth in long jump and third in the 100-meter run. But at the end of the day, there is one thing that truly makes it worthwhile for the athletes.
The people.
From JAG TV at Hero Stadium, this has been Colby Edmonds.
Now for a time-honored tradition. Juniors took on seniors for our annual Powder Puff game.
2 teams of 22 junior girls and 22 senior girls kicked off in the annual Powder Puff football game.
We have a great group of girls. We had a great team. And I think an overall real good team win.
The senior girls' victory was not a one-man job, but took the whole team to take down the juniors.
Well, I think we had a defense better than the 85 Bears. And I think we had an offense that was the best to ever walk on the Johnson field in the Powder Puff games. Really an unstoppable running back duo. Some good receiver play, some good tight end play, and some really, really good quarterback play. Really accounted for our offensive success.
I mean, we got great tackling. Those girls really knew how to get after it and really fast and just tough.
Looking back on the game, we hone in on some of the best plays from this year. We start off with number 7, a nice outside run from junior running back Ashley Provatola to score the juniors' second touchdown of the game. Up next for number 6, senior running back Valerie Andres scores her first touchdown of the game with a counter run to the left side of the field. Senior wide receiver number 7, Delaney Morris hits the juniors with a nasty juke to pick up a clutch first down. For Val's second touchdown of the game, she wraps back around from the junior sideline to the opposite sideline where she dusts the defenders and there's no way to stop her. Number 3 on the list, junior running back Asia Cavazos takes it to the house for her first touchdown of the game with a long run all the way from the seniors' 20-yard line. Coming in at number 2, senior linebacker Bella Wildeman makes the stop of the game with her diving play to hold the juniors short of the first down. And for the top play of this year's Powder Puff game, we have the senior running back number 10, Val Andres, bringing the old pigskin back home for an 85-yard cutback, making this her third touchdown of the game. From the field on campus, this is Josh Keating with JAG TV.
Finally, both a fundraiser and a spring highlight, athletes boasted some gains in this year's Liftathon.
The Liftathon took place last Monday in the main gym where the varsity lifted as much as they could for football's annual fundraiser.
Well, it's got a couple of really 3 purposes. One, it's our annual fundraiser for the football program. So every penny that these guys go out and help us raise, it all goes right back to them, whether it's equipment, food, uniforms, just anything we need for the next school year. So that's the number 1 purpose. Number 2, it's about community. We want to invite everybody to come watch them just to get excited. We try to pack the gym, get as many people in there as we can because it helps them to be more successful. And then the third part is that it's the end of our off season, what we've done for the last 3 or 4 months. And so we do all of our testing and they get to find out what kind of gains they made.
Coach Erdman believes that the Liftathon creates a competitive platform for all football players to compete against each other.
Well, I think for anybody that's a competitor, it's just another way to compete, to make sure that you always want to lift more than the guys or your teammates or the guys at your position. But it's also a way to show their parents and anybody else that comes to support them and watch them how hard they've been working, and so they always get excited. And about 90% of them will lift more on that night than they've ever lifted in their life. So it's a great time.
During the event, junior Justin Rodriguez benched 315 pounds, being the most anyone could lift in the competition. From JAG TV, this has been Tanner Garvin and Caleb.
That's it for this week, Jags. See you here next time for JAG Sports.
Just about everyone has one, and they're even becoming a status symbol of their own. We're talking about water bottles. Rain and Layla have the scoop.
They're the next best thing to a warm cup from Starbucks. Water bottles have become more than just storage for water, and some students are willing to spend more for certain brands.
I think it's the quality. Like for mine, it keeps my water cold, or if I want it to be warm longer, and so I know hydro flasks are really popular, and those keep them cold or warm or whatever.
More and more students have switched to metal water bottles, you know, the really expensive ones, because they're concerned about the effects of plastic on the environment.
I'd rather reuse this one than
have paper or plastic ones.
Saves the environment, so. So if money is no object, the metal bottles are the way to go.
It keeps my water cold, or if I want it to be warm longer.
The cheaper one didn't keep it as cold often, so I like this one better, obviously, because it keeps it colder.
So how much does it cost to have a hydro flask? They start at about $30 and can cost more than $100 depending on the size and options you choose. And it's probably that high price tag that brings this brand its status.
I see a lot, I'm in the hallway and there's mostly everyone has water bottles.
For JAG TV, this is Rain Antunes.
In case you haven't noticed, it's Fiesta's time in San Antonio. Katie and Aldara have more details.
It's April in San Antonio, and that means the 127-year celebration of Fiesta is taking place. Inside the Women's Club on San Pedro is the annual Fiesta Flower Show. The event showcases arrangements created by the members and their interpretations of several categories. And this event is just one of so many of the city's offers during the week of Fiesta. Fiesta as a whole has been used by nonprofits as an opportunity to bring awareness to their causes and raise money. In the case of the Flower Show, Gardening Volunteers of South Texas, or GVST, works on promoting their organization, which works to educate the public on saving the landscape. Many other of the Fiesta events, like the Parade 5K Run, are also sponsored by nonprofits. And of course, Fiesta also offers up parades, carnivals, and all kinds of great food. Fiesta will end this week, but not before our own band marches in one of the Fiesta parades. To learn about the various events still on the schedule, visit fiestasanantonio.org.
You have Friday off, so why not check out House of Air? Javi and Eduardo take us there.
House of Air opened this month on the corner of 281 and Thousand Oaks, offering some high-flying fun.
We opened 4 weeks ago exactly, from today.
It's going to be $16 an hour and then $14 without socks.
And this park has a lot to offer beyond the usual trampolines.
We have a zip line, rock wall, matrix, which is a bunch of trampolines, dodgeball, a kid zone, and a ninja course.
With the variety of activities to take part in, House of Air makes sure to separate themselves from the rest of the parks.
We have a zip line, we have a rock wall, and we also have bomb pizza.
From JAG TV, I'm Javier Juarez.
And finally, here's some news from the rest of San Antonio.
If you haven't been paying attention, here's what's going on in the Alamo City.
Fiesta's ending soon, but the fun isn't over yet. Starting the 25th, the 10th Street River Festival is open for 3 days. The 26th brings both the student-organized Fred Stock Music Festival and the famous Battle of Flowers Parade. One of Bexar County's historic sites is being reopened after a $4 million renovation from the city. You can tour the Hot Wells of Bexar County for free soon. It opens to the public April 30th.
The mayoral race is coming up. Incumbent Ron Nirenberg and challenger Greg Brockhouse are both rallying their supporters to go vote. If you are 18 and registered to vote, you can participate on May 4th. That's all for this week. See you next time, Jags.
That's all for this week, Jags. For JAG TV, this has been Katie Peters
and Javier Juarez.
See you next time, Jags.